And as we see here,
Alright, looks like we're going to have KawaiiRice spawning in the 12 o'clock position on Metalopolis as the yellow Terran. And we have the purple Terran, AlexCMoi, spawning in the 9 o'clock position. So we're going to have close distances by ground again. And this could be another back and forth match with both players pulling SCVs to defend.
yeah, another close position map. But fortunately, there is no Zelnaga Tower like near the goal, because that does give vision to your tanks.
So yes, this could be actually quite a long game, as you are able to expand away from your opponent pretty easily in this on this map without being harassed by tanks in the middle like we saw on Lost Temple. So we are going to see AlexCMoi again versus KawaiiRice in a TVT matchup. This is game 3, and this will be the Alert Cup, and they are vying for first place. I mean, they're not vying for first place right now, but they want to move on in this tournament. So first place will be $400, second place $200, and then third place $100, with the rest split amongst the top 8.
Yeah, and as we can see, the game is proceeding along sort of a standard path for both players, to one barracks for each, and then the refinery next. So we don't really know much about the game plan of either player yet.
Yeah, there was just so much going on in that last game. I mean, I'm totally fatigued now. Oh my gosh, I mean, so back and forth, so much Marine Marauder tank. And what I was saying, and what I was trying to say in the cast, was that it was actually the medevacs supporting those Marauders and Marines that actually turned the tides, because, you know, tanks don't one-shot Marine Marauders. They do two-shot Marines, but with medevac support, those Marines and Marauders can tank so much damage, and then with tanks to support, you can win that battle with medevacs.
Yep, this first Marine from Alex taking some pot shots at KawaiiRice's SCV, but it is down 21 health and has survived the initial encounter.
AlexCMoi, our purple Terran, just looking around the map for some proxy Raxes, doesn't want to be caught off guard with early aggression, and he didn't see anything, so he's going to be pretty safe here. We do have a standard build with a factory after barracks for KawaiiRice. Second gas going down for both players. Pretty much identical builds here, but we do have a reactor actually going for KawaiiRice on his barracks to pump out more Marines.
Yeah, and Surgeon, tell me when you get a double refinery, we know if it's Phoenix, it's going to be Banshees, but what other kind of builds can you produce from that early double refinery?
Yes, that is the beauty of StarCraft 2. You can go Banshee, or what a lot of people like to do is they like to get even a Raven and a Viking out, so that you can prevent the Banshee harass. You can pretty much nullify any Banshee harass, and you can get that points defense drone to actually go and push up against a Marine Marauder ball as well. I mean, tanks are always good to get out because they do so much damage per second, and then getting siege mode. I mean, double refinery it's pretty much standard for any build Terran goes, except for the Fax expansion, because to get that siege mode, or even any of the upgrades, Infernal, what is it called? Infernal Pre-Igniter.
Pre-Igniter, yeah.
It's 150 gas, you know, that's a lot of gas.
The blue flamey upgrade.
Yes, the blue flame upgrade. I prefer to call it that. And then, you know, your starport is another 100 gas, so you're actually pretty starved for gas early on in the game. So even when you're just going for 2 gas, you're still going to be gas blocked for all your tech. So it's not really that 2 gas automatically means Banshee. In my opinion, it really doesn't, because Banshees are 100 gas, medevacs are 100 gas, Vikings are 75 gas, which is pretty much 100 gas. And
yeah, and it looks like a scan is going down in the base. I was just gonna say, it looks like that KawaiiRice is scanning the base of Alex, and he does see the 111 build is coming, and he probably saw that tank too, so he knows that there may be an early push coming. We'll just have to see how Kawhi handles that. It looks like he's gonna bring out his infantry and mech units of his own, and these units are gonna clash pretty soon.
Yeah, neither player going for siege mode. They just want to push in with tanks and Marines. And yeah, this might be a close encounter. It's going to come down to Micro here. KawaiiRice is on the high ground, so he might have the advantage here. They need to focus fire, but the medevac is out for both players. So really identical builds here from both players, both pushing out with 2 tanks and the medevac with the Marines to support. But AlexCMoi able to get that second tank in there and to do more damage a little bit earlier. Did save a little bit more Marines. They're both going to heal up here, and the reinforcements from KawaiiRice should clean this up for KawaiiRice, but he's going to have to sack some mining time and some SCVs, and it's just going to be a back and forth battle again. Both tanks get picked up by that medevac. Pretty smart there, as there are not enough Marines to take out and catch up to that medevac, as the 2 tanks do survive. So both players just go Marine tank medevac here, as we do have a Viking coming out for KawaiiRice. Let's look at the production tab for AlexCMoi, showing that he has siege mode coming and nothing really produced from his starport, but he did already get out 1 Viking, so he's going to be safe here. Looks like he's setting up for an expansion, actually.
Yeah, and Kauai now pushing out, but getting thwarted by this Viking. His medevac is going to be down to about half health, and maybe he can target fire with the Marines. Looks like, yes, he's going to push away this Viking for now.
So AlexCMoi getting a good concave here, but he's just trying to get a good positioning. He doesn't want to get overrun by KawaiiRice. He does have his siege tech going to be completed way before KawaiiRice, so he's going to be able to maybe try to catch KawaiiRice off in terms of the siege tank tech timing.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the unit station, looks like neither player has any Vikings, so, but if we go to what they're producing, it's just Vikings out of the air, just Vikings right now. And we do have an encounter. Surgeon, tell us what's going on.
The siege tank did engage, and all the Marines were taken out, but AlexCMoi does have siege mode. He could have sieged up at that point, but I guess he was too engaged in that fight, and now KawaiiRice is forced to retreat. Are there 2 medevacs there? One is KawaiiRice's and one was AlexCMoi, so they're flying tandemly. But now AlexCMoi is way ahead, as he does have 4 tanks with 1 in reinforcement. SCV's coming off the line for KawaiiRice. He's going to be really hard pressed to defend this, as AlexCMoi is setting up to contain. Actually, he does have the Viking air superiority, as I do not see the Viking out for KawaiiRice. KawaiiRice is going to lose his medevac, and there's a GG instantly from KawaiiRice. After losing that medevac, he wasn't going to have the scans or the medevac 2 spot for him, and he just GG's right out of that game.
And there's the GG. And so many of these Terran vs. Terran games, Surgeon, have looked like it comes down to just kind of tank play and tank positioning. And yeah, am I right about that?
Yeah, I mean, this match is actually coming up to tanks, but in early game, Marine Marauder can beat tanks. I mean, that's just the fact. But then when you get up to maybe 4 or 5 tanks, it's pretty hard to push that with Marine Marauder, as the splash damage is just going to eat any Marine Marauder ball. But yes, my name is the Surgeon. I'm here with Galaxy. Galaxy, why don't you talk a little bit about this tournament?
Okay, we're going to enter into the next game. It will be game 4.